Good morning, Woodmont family. It is so nice to be with you today. I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about for the 6 at 6 until I was in bed with my 3-year-old last night trying to help her go to sleep. And I'm rubbing her back, and she rolls over and looks at me and she says, "Mom, when do the days end?" And I said, well, it ends on Friday. The week ends on Friday, and then we have the weekend and we just get to play. And she said, "No, I don't mean that. Like when do they end? Because, we play all day, every day, and this is going to be a long time. It's going to get really exhausting if they don't ever end." And I said, "Oh, you mean like end? There's no more days at all?" And she said, "Yeah, like when does the end? And so I finally realized, like, she's talking about when do we die? And I said, "You know what, baby? We don't know when the days end." I said, "That's why we try to make the most of every day. And we love each other well, and we play, and we make memories, and we do everything that we can in the day that we have right now in front of us because we don't know when it ends. Hopefully, it ends when you're an old lady and you've lived lots of years and you've had lots of times to make new memories and to travel the world and to do all the little things that you want to do. And then we get to go and be with God." And then she started crying because she's my little tender one. And she said, "But I'm going to miss you when the days end. I'm going to miss you. Can you come with me?" And it was just the most beautiful little moment for a 3-year-old who doesn't understand when the days end. And I kept thinking, what a gift to be in that place when we don't even know that there's an end to the days. And yet you and I know that there is an end, and we are painfully aware of it. We are aware of it as we watch Tallu struggle with an illness we never imagined or dreamed. We are aware of it when we watch those in our congregation who have died so young and so early in ways that we never dreamed or imagined the end would come at that time. We're aware that the end is near every time someone gets a cancer diagnosis or there's an accident. Every time we watch the news and see those coronavirus numbers going up and up and up. You and I live in this place where we know the end is coming. And yet Tallu actually wrote this really beautiful post on her Caring Bridge this week that even though we know we are mortal, so many of us live as though we are immortal. And she said, wasn't this always the case, that we knew the end was coming and yet we didn't live like that? And I thought it was such a beautiful reminder to wake up and to choose life each and every day. There's a passage in Deuteronomy where Moses is speaking to the people. They've been in the wilderness and they're finally about to cross the Jordan. And he says, on this day, God has put it before you, life or death. Choose life that you and your offspring may live. Choose life. I think even the people that walked with Jesus didn't realize when the end was. That's probably why James and John are fighting. We would like to sit on your left-hand side and your right-hand side in glory because they thought glory was coming soon. They thought the end was soon. And yet here we are in 2020 in this upside down world. We don't know when the end is going to be. Sometimes it sort of feels like it's near and at hand, but we don't know. And so I encourage you today to live this day as one who chooses life that you might live. I love this little passage in the book of Mark, and it's Jesus talking about staying awake. And in Mark chapter 13, verse 32, it says, "But about that day or hour no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Beware, keep alert, for you do not know when the time will come. It's like a man going on a journey. When he leaves home and he puts his slaves in charge, each with his work, and commands the doorkeepers to be on the watch. Therefore, keep awake." I love that. Therefore, keep awake, for you do not know when the master of the house will come, in the evening, or at midnight, or at cockcrow, or at dawn, or else he may find you asleep when he comes suddenly. And what I say to you, I say to all, keep awake. I want to be the type of person that lives an awake life, a life that lives with this tension that the end is coming. And so I better be awake and I better be experiencing everything that God has created for me to experience. I think it must be what Mary Oliver was talking about in one of her most famous pieces of poetry. I'd like to end today by reading this to you. And I hope that these words will guide you as you walk through your day. This is called The Summer Day. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung herself out of the grass, the one who is eating sugar out of my hand, who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who is gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and she floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I have been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last, and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? May you have a blessed day living awake as you take advantage of your one wild and precious life. Amen.